I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can.
To start, I'm wearing Prophet Robe Altered for the chest and Verdigris Greaves for the legs. Gravelstone Seal is a much better option to use. I just didn't have it at the moment. So, I used the Erdtree Seal instead because they both have a faith scaling of S. I have a lightning perfume bottle with Bloodhound Step to evade and get close to do lightning damage. I chose Godfrey's Icon to boost charge damage, Flox Canvas to boost incant damage, Two-Headed Turtle for my stamina, and Beloved Stardust for my speed. When I mentioned the speed, I didn't mean the speed for my character. I meant the speed for my incantations being casted. The arrows are the ones I chose that suit the character's theme, but as of right now, they do not really matter. For the Flask of Wonders physic, I have Lightning Shrouding Crack tier. It temporarily boosts lightning attacks, and for the other, I have Faith Knot Crystal tier, which temporarily boosts faith. Golden Vow for attack and defense buff, and Knight's Lightning Spear for the multi-hit. If you're standing on water, it's raining, and you're fighting a boss that's weak to lightning, it's gonna do a lot of damage. I'm talking about you, Knight's Cavalry. Bloodhound Knight Helm for the head, Radon's Gauntlets for the arms, and Prophet Trousers for the legs. Same seal, but heavy affinity Star Fist with Lightning Ram Ash of War. The A and strength scaling really helps with poise damage. Less Blue Dew slowly restores my FP. Godskin Swaddling Cloth restores my HP for some hits, little by little. Carrion Filigreed Crest lowers FP consumed by skills, and Two-Headed Turtle Talisman increases stamina recovery greatly. Unfortunately, this build is not finished. I needed Melania's Great Rune for more HP recovery, but I couldn't beat her, so until then, it is not done, and can be modified by anybody else who has a better idea. For my Flask of Wonders physic, I have Green Burst Crystal Tier and Stone Barb Crack Tier, one for stamina recovery speed and the other for stance breaking. Order's Blade grants right-handed weapons with holy damage. Electro Charge is an interesting incantation. You can use it on your horse or without it. It puts lightning around you and it does damage over time. It's not a lot, but it's stackable and it's really good. It's the same fit with a different kit. However, I'm wearing Bloodhound Knight's gauntlets instead of Radon's. I'm using Keen Affinity Qatar with Blink Bolt Ash of War. One is the same, three are different. I'm using Talisman of all Crucibles. It reduces damage from critical hits and headshots. It also improves my rolling and backstepping, but I take more damage. With Millicent's Prosthesis, it'll boost my dexterity with successive hits. Retaliatory Cross Tree enhances attacks executed after rolling or backstepping. Although I'm not sure if it works with Blink Bolt Ash of War, it can be used to dodge. I don't know if it scales. I kept the green, but I changed on the gray. I'm using Thorny Crack Tier. It temporarily boosts successive attack power since I wouldn't be able to stance break them with this weapon that easily. We are wearing the entire Bloodhound Knight set with a blood infused Pata with Bloodhound Step Ash of War. Three are the same, one is different. Instead of Talisman of all the Crucibles, I'm using Two-Headed Turtle Talisman for more stamina recovery. Gray didn't change, but green did. I'm using Strength Knot Crystal Tier because it temporarily boosts my strength. I have Twinned Helm for the head, Radahn's Lion Armor Altered for the chest, and Traveler Slop for the legs. I don't recommend getting the Sacred Relic Sword because that's a new game plus weapon, so that weapon doesn't really matter for this, and I'm using the same seal from before. Shard of Alexander boosts the damage of my Ash of War. Sacred Scorpion Charm boosts my holy damage but makes me take more damage. Carrion Filigreed Crest lowers the FP for the Ash of War. And Old Lord's Talisman extends the spell effect. For my Flask of Wondrous Physic, I have Faith Knot Crystal Tier and Holy Shrouding Crack Tier. Temporarily boost Faith and temporarily boost Holy attacks. I'm using Golden Vow to increase my attack and defense, and since it's extended by the Old Lord's Talisman, it's really good. I have Erd Tree Heal just in case I run out of Flask, so I can use the remaining FP to heal myself. Some people can't read. What we have: Mirai's mask for the head, Erdtree surcoat for the chest, Beast Champion gauntlets for the arms, and Traveler's slops for the legs. The same seal, but I have a spear and a shield. Clayman's harpoon, lightning affinity with Sacred Order Ash of War. I have a scorpion kite shield with no skill as the Ash of War. The weapon is weak, but I did it for the theme. Two talismans are the same, two are different. Great Shield Talisman boosts my guarding ability and makes me take less stamina drain when I get hit by certain moves. Pearl Shield Talisman boosts all non-physical damage negation while guarding. Basically, elements do less damage to me when I guard. It's green and gray again, stamina recovery, and successive attacks. More stamina, longer block, more dodges. The immutable shield incantation works great with this. It increases left hand shield's affinity and element resistance. I will say this is one of the worst defensive builds I have ever used because the damn buff doesn't even last that long. The outfit is the same except for the head. It is the Royal Knight helm. Same seal, different sword, different shield. I'm using Golden Order Great Sword with Erdtree Great Shield. It allows me to reflect some projectiles, not every single beam or blast or bomb in the game. I only have one new talisman. It is Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. It enormously boosts physical damage negation. I know for the previous builds I didn't mention level, but it's very obvious if this is your first playthrough, you're probably going to be heavy load or overloaded realistically speaking. I have to be honest, you can definitely get to 200 naturally, but up from there, probably not without asking for rooms. Very unfortunate. I have one new tier for my Flask of Wondrous Physic. It is the Opaline Hard tier. It temporarily boosts all damage negation, just like the Pearl Shield. And for my incantations, I have Electro Charge with Immutable Shield. I know I should be giving directions and showing locations, but I didn't want to squeeze all that in the video since there's some already out there. I trust my fans are way smarter than me. Ignore the seal at this point. Just ignore the seal. Don't even look at it. Death Knight helm for the head, Lada's armor for the chest, Death Knight gauntlets for the arms, and Verdigris greaves for the legs. Great Sword of Radon, Lord variant. I have explained these, so I'll just say them. Blessed Blue Dew, Dragon Crest Great Shield, Shard of Alexander, and Carrion Filigreed Crest. Jesus, that's hard to pronounce. What the hell is a filigreed? Ugh. The silver is same, but the gold has changed. I'm using intelligence, not crystal tier, to boost my intelligence, since the weapon I'm using scales with magic damage. Even though the Ash of War has what looks like holy damage. I don't know why. Hold up, y'all. I don't want to ruin y'all immersion, but I have to say this. I folded. I beat bosses with whatever I want. But Melania and Estelle is different. I'm just not like that. So, I switched a bit of my talismans around, and you might notice that in the top left-hand corner. I'm sorry, you can still win with what I showed previously, just not me. This is not the initial video I was trying to make. This is just the 4th character introduction. I wanted to release it after, but I'm doing it before. I have Divine Bird Warrior set except for the chest. I am using a Keen Affinity Zweihander with aspects of the Crucible, wings. I'm using Carian Filigree Crest, Old Lord's Talisman, Talisman of all the Crucibles, and I finish it off with Shard of Alexander. I don't have the skill to execute it, but I made this build to kamikaze. Basically, if I'm low on HP, I would try to, well, I can't say that on YouTube, but something cool happens after you use the Ruptured Crystal tier. My main issue is the timing when it sets off and the time I have to use it on an enemy that will or won't stay still. I almost forgot I do have Order's Blade. I ain't sure if you enjoyed, but if you came here to watch, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed trying out the build.